Hi, this is Zach and welcome back to another episode of Lumix tutorial. And this episode we're going to talk about how and why we want to build such a CineRig for your camera. Here we have a GS6 rig up to a cinema rig. I'm going to explain to you step by step on what those components are, what's that for, and why we need such a rig. So first of all, short answers. Do you need to have this rig in order to shoot quality video? No, you don't need. You can shoot a video just with the camera and the lens. It's enough. But if you want to push the capability of the camera, if you want to do more and explore more kind of shots and work with a larger team, you will need something like that. So here we have a GS6. You can see there will be a cage around the GS6, like a metal kind of box. And this is specifically designed to fit the GS6. If you have other camera, you may want to look for cage built for your camera. So the function of the cage is really protecting and be able to mount a lot of other accessories on top. As you can see, the cage, we have a lot of different type of holes for you to mount different kind of accessories. And let's look at the top of the cage. We have a monitor. It's for you to look at your shots from different angle. So we can hold like that and we can just, let's say you want to go lower angle, you can do something like that. Or if you want to go higher angle, you can just tweak your monitor. And monitor is clearer and larger than the built-in monitor. We have a Ninja V. This is not only a monitor but also a recorder. So when you plug in via HDMI to the camera, it can record on the recorder itself. So you can record different kind of formats. We have other video to talk about just that. And moving on, the side here we have a transmitter. It's plugged in to the recorder, so it will transmit to another display. So let's say you have a director on set, you want to look at the screen, you want to look at what is recording on the camera, but you are sitting somewhere in the corner, and that monitor have to be mounted to receiver. So this thing will send the signal of the video to that receiver so that the receiver can display it on the screen. But these things needs power, all right? They can't run on themselves. So you can either just put MPF battery or any battery that they require. But what we like to do professionally, we will have this big battery behind. This is called a V-mount battery. All right, there are other kind of mount, but the V-mount is most common. And the V-mount battery have a lot of different output options. So you can attach the wires to power on the monitor, to power the transmitter, and also even to power the camera. So you can see this blue cable here. This is the dummy battery that draws power from the V-mount battery to the camera. So you don't need to keep changing your camera internal battery. You don't need to do that. You can have it directly connected to V-mount. So V-mount will have a larger capacity. It will just provide more power. You can shoot no longer without changing the battery. And one of the good thing is, like, when you have V-mount, everything is connected to the V-mount. You can just swap the V-mount out to another one, and you only need to swap once. So you don't need to care about the individual batteries. And we can add a matte box in front. You can put 3 or 4 filters, depends of version of your matte box. And also sometimes we will put a follow focus if you don't want to depend on the camera internal focus. You can focus yourself, or you can have a wireless follow focus to send the feed to a focus puller, so that they can help you to focus. A monitor and a transmitter is kind of like the basic setup you gonna have. You want to build a rig like that to be more professional, work with a larger crew. So people in their own position can work better. So everyone can see what you are shooting on set. So that is something is really helpful when you're shooting in the larger production. So there you go. It's a very simple walkthrough of how you build and why you need these kind of components to build a CineRig. And I'm Zach, and I'll see you next time.